What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of our Gears of War squad goals here on Arsenal X and NGRradio.com. It's Jesse and Corey, and we're playing more Gears. And let me tell you, we're going to have a doozy of a conversation this episode because pre-show we were talking about Scarlet and the next Xbox and E3 and stuff.
Wind's picking up.
Anaconda.
Yeah, Anaconda and Lockhart apparently are the code names now instead of Scarlet.
Wait.
So I really think
What the hell was that?
what you said, Jesse, before we started recording.
That didn't sound like an animal.
All right, we're back.
But yeah.
But yeah, Jesse, what you're saying, since Sony's not going to be at E3 this year, we really think Xbox is going to do a. I think Scarlet might be a It's gonna be Gears 5, Scarlet, and Halo Infinite at E3, and that's gonna be big.
Yeah. Because what I basically was saying before we started the show was that, and I had been saying this, like, the second that Sony was announced that they're not gonna be at E3, I said, well, then we know what's gonna happen. Most likely is if Microsoft wants to give the 1-2 punch for E3, they're gonna have to announce their console, because there'll be no one, as far as Sony won't be there to take any of the eyes off of Xbox, and if they announce their new console, then it's like no one's there, Sony's not there to say, oh yeah, well, we're coming out with our console too. So it's like they're basically gonna, Sony could do that. They're gonna, if they have their own little thing that they just release online or something like that.
Well, I mean, they'll probably do something at PSX that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to really take anything away from Sony, but they have been doing a lot of weird stuff. Especially not that PSX is weird, but they've been saving their bigger announcements for their own thing lately instead of E3, which is fine. E3 is becoming less and less important. Not to say that it's not gonna be important, but Nintendo's been doing their directs for years, and Sony's been doing PlayStation Experience for a while, and Xbox seems to be leaning in that direction as well with their XO initiative they brought back. So, I mean, E3 is still going to be a big show, don't get me wrong, but I look at it more as like
See where it leads.
It's
E3 is going to be the thing. It's going to be the thing that kicks off the conference season instead of being the only conference.
Yeah.
And Xbox is seemingly going to be the only first party to have a press conference on the show floor.
Yeah, so I mean they're basically gonna be kind of in some ways like one of the main attractions as far as being able to really, I mean, I guess Sony though could, if they're gonna at least have a presence there on the floor, where they people can come and play the newer games and things that are coming out, kind of see stuff. If they at least do that and they give people the chance, then that gives more what would be really cool for Sony is if they could get it where some of their big people from Sony then don't have to worry about doing a conference and can actually go and mingle with the fans a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think that would be really big for them if they could do that and use that as a way then to be more in touch with the fans versus just having fans have to sit and watch some weird presentation that you tried to set up, kind of like they did last year that people weren't too thrilled about. I think they would be better off just trying to do something like that. because like Microsoft, I feel like has always been good about doing like the presentation stuff, and like just kind of, you know, like XO was really cool. Like they made it just like really seem like a blast to be there, and to, you know, like be actually talking about stuff, like just standing basically surrounded by fans was pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know,
I think if XO is within the United States in 2019, like I want to try to go at some point.
Get down.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that would be
super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and depending on where they have it, like I definitely wouldn't mind trying to go as well.
What? How?
I mean, I'd have a hard time like going to like say like California or something where it's gonna be like super expensive to get a place to stay. But yeah, if they go somewhere like, you know, it's fairly big but not like too far away.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind trying to go, because I don't know, I have a feeling like I could see them trying to go like more than just big places, like trying to go to like, you know, decent sized places that could handle it. Like that would be pretty cool if they went to Chicago and like did where the Chicago comic book convention, the Wizard World has their stuff. Like I could see them doing it there at the Rosemount or whatever it's called, Plaza or whatever, I forget what it's called. I think it's Rosemount or something like that.
yeah.
But or Rosewood or something like that. I forget what it's called now. But that you know, that's a big place, and it's got all different kinds of halls and areas you can go into, you know, that are all over the place. You know, I mean, like I said, it hosts a fairly decent sized comic book, you know, Comic-Con thing, you know, every year. So if they were to go there, that would be amazing, because then we could just stay with that. We wouldn't even, or whatever, you know, or we could get a hotel closer to him that wouldn't be as expensive, you know.
Yeah.
But and then just take the train in or whatever, however we wanted to do it.
And using them.
I think that would be awesome, because that would kill two birds with one stone. One, we'd be able to all go to that together, and we'd actually get to hang out together and do something.
Yeah.
Then I guess we're all alone.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Okay.
I think
Now we go to where they're taking
all
it.
the
Where's that?
all the
Same
stars
place he was
are
taking
aligning
us.
for Xbox
That
to
Lotus
really
Baron
kill it
site.
next year, or this year, I guess, by the time this posts.
All right, let's get out of
So,
here. Track
yeah.
with Dad.
I think Xbox is gonna really show us something special.
Yeah, it's just either way. I mean, regardless of if even if they don't this year, you know, release the, you know, like more about the console, which I find it hard to believe that they wouldn't. But just this year in general, like
Sounds like
that's
they're
the
moving
thing.
deeper
It's
into the
just
fort.
going to be
where
interesting. Like it's just going to be interesting seeing what they do.
Oh,
You know,
God.
like there's just so many things that could possibly, you know, happen this year. I mean, like me and Ed had kind of talked the other day as well about like what, you know, like what developer that they have would be make the most sense to be one of the games that or one of the companies that makes a game to you know, that comes out on release day of the new system. You know, like that would be a day one or whatever release. And like, you know, Ed was kind of talking about was it the Obsidian, I think it was, that he said like maybe something by them would be something to come out for the new system. I was thinking maybe Ninja Theory though, just because
Yeah, I mean, I think
Hellblade had, you know, it's almost been 4 years now since Hellblade came out.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
they've had plenty of time to work on something.
I mean, by the time I think Obsidian's too soon, especially since the Outer Worlds is supposed to come out this year. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't. Not that Obsidian isn't a big enough studio to have 2 projects, but that seems like a bit of a stretch to have 2 games come out 2 years in a row.
Yeah, no idea what the hell.
Yeah,
I mean, Ninja Theory sounds like an idea. Compulsion Games probably have something small, you know, because by the time, We Happy Few just came out, right?
Yeah.
I think the big one though is Halo.
A lot of that shit down here.
Yeah.
I think Halo Infinite is going to be this console straddler.
Just watch it.
It's gonna be Microsoft's Breath of the Wild, where like it'll probably come out on Xbox One, but the place you want to play it is Xbox One or Scarlet, and you know maybe it'll be cross-platform or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm sure it will be backwards compatible regardless. You know, like, and they'll have like a like an updates that will make it more optimized on the newer system.
Well, it's gonna be weird because like, is it gonna be the same file? Because like, I'm playing Gears on an Xbox One X, and you're playing it on Xbox One, the original.
Yeah.
But my console knows it's the Xbox One X version of the game, and not the Xbox One version of the game. So like, is it gonna? Because like, if you want the Xbox One X enhancements, you have to download an extra patch. You have to tell your console to download an extra patch for it. Where you know my version of the game is like 114 gigs, and yours is like 80 something, right? So I mean, is it going to be that type of situation where like the Xbox One version is going to be 70 gigs, the Xbox One X version will be 90, and then the Scarlet version is going to be like 120 gigs? You know, like, do you have to tell your console that, hey, I have the Scarlet version or whatever? Or will your console just know? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be one of those situations, I think.
Yeah, well, I think what it would probably be very similar to is, like, you know, like when they remaster a game, like, you know how they talk about where the basic core of that original game is still in there, but what it is there's the like the skins that are basically laid over the original game make it look better that way. So it is still technically the same game, the original game. It's just they've updated the skins to everything and laid it over the original. Like I think it's very possible that they could do it similar to that, where they have more basic, not as taxing of skins that they start off with for the original game, but they have like more updated assets, you know, that you can lay over the basic, you know, foundation of the game to make it look better, you know, in 4K and run better, obviously, as well.
I can't move this alone.
Yeah.
You know, something similar to that. Like, I could see it being the way that they would do that.
So we follow this.
I mean, it would take a lot, you know, like a little bit more
Then we find my dad.
time, but at this point, you know, like they, you know, that's just kind of something they're gonna have to do just for the time being, you know, while they're still supporting the old one or whatever.
Yeah.
The old console.
Yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be weird because Microsoft's.
Hey, there's a snot bubble up there.
It's their whole like blurring the lines of a generation is really gonna start showing, you know, and it's like. So you're not even like a little bit. How do you? I mean, will Gears of War 4 get a Scarlet upgrade patch? You know, like will it get that, or will, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be. Yeah. You know. I don't know. I mean, it also depends on how much work they want to put into it, but they've been putting the work in on backwards compatible stuff for a long time.
Yeah. Well, and I think the thing is like it's all gonna be in the same like the same setting, and everything's going to be basically the same, except for ultimately all they really have to do is make the next console more powerful. Like the basics are already there for all the 4K assets and all that stuff that they've been working on to do for the One X. Like ultimately the only thing they really need to change at this point is just how powerful the system is to determine the frames per second and all that, making that better. Like that's ultimately we're at a point where that's all you really need to worry about, is trying to get frame rate up to 60 plus frames per second and having it run the 4K assets at that 60 frames per second at a steady rate.
Yeah, plus something Microsoft's been good at doing with their first party stuff, like Halo, for example. Not necessarily Gears, but Halo runs at 60 frames a second regardless of resolution, and it has dynamic resolution scaling.
Are you kidding me?
So sometimes it'll be running at, less than 1080p, but still be running at 60 frames, or running at 1080p if it can handle it at 60 frames.
They just keep coming.
Unless you have the Xbox One X enhancements, then it runs at 60 frames. Hey, it's amazing that Halo will do that on a box like this. But,
Yeah.
All right, that's over.
Yeah,
Let's get to that tram station.
Yeah, I think that like it, like kind of like they've said, they wanted to make it almost in a way that it's still technically gonna be an Xbox One, like the basic in what's inside of it, like how it's running and what it's running off of.
I hope they.
And the inside it's all still the same. It's just all about adding power to it.
I hope they fix the UI though. It's a little slow.
Yeah,
That's my only complaint with Xbox One, is that the UI is slow.
Yeah, that menu shit is really bad.
Yeah.
Like how long it takes for you to be able to move the cursor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where it just freezes for like 5 seconds before you can actually move anything.
Yeah.
Move the cursor. Yeah, that crap really should have already been fixed, to be honest, but
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's very little to complain about, in my opinion. Like it does suck, and it's definitely something that needs to be recognized as something that needs to be fixed and made better. But like, as far as everything else goes, like I feel like for the most part, I do like, like the setups and everything. I like having the ability to put like certain games on in your pin things, like to make the certain game pin things, and have them where it kind of shows you all the like video footage of it, like people who are streaming it and all that stuff that you can click on to go to that are based on that game and things like that. Like I do really like their setup of their page system.
Yeah.
And I like being able to add all the pages where I can name them and put different games in the folders and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As a quick folder, a quick launch.
Hey, try flanking them.
I picked up a different gun in it. Like
You guys are smarter.
it does not have.
Not than us, than before.
Dang it!
I'm out.
I need to pick up a different gun. So I got the one that's got the spike thing in the front that you can stab with. Yeah, it was like stuck in some webbing stuff up on the ceiling, and I shot it down. I meant to pick it up and replace my my sniper rifle with it, but I accidentally replaced my main gun with it. So now I don't have
those guys.
I don't have any sniper ammo or any ammo for this gun.
Now we're talking.
Hey,
There's
guys,
some
This
over here.
hammer
something that
bursts.
you can collect.
There's a lancer over here, like a real one, if you want it.
Oh, is there? Okay,
What is this?
nice.
Not an e-hole. It's like some kind of nest.
Got 88 bullets.
Oh, shit! Oh, goodbye! Come on, through that door.
Why is it not picking up the ammo?
Great, there's even more of them up here.
Drop the pod for cover.
Let's see. Actually, I'm not. Come on.
Just what I need. What I found.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know what I just picked up prior.
Wow.
Oh, bullets are gone in that.
There's a bunch up here.
Excellent.
Oh, I forget that you actually have to pick up ammo.
Yeah.
Like pick up the weapons to get the ammo. You can't just walk over it.
Across the way.
They're coming around. Look out.
I want to know. I think they're gonna have a big kind of. I'm just thinking about the games they could reveal at E3 this year. Man, they could they could reveal Playground second game. Like I'm sure Forza is gonna be there, but like, I mean, man, they could be like. I'm sure they're gonna have a deep dive into Outer Worlds, even though it's coming multi-platform. Like they could tease Halo, or they could tease Fable. They could be teasing some new IP. You know, they could like. I'm sure they're gonna do another deep dive on Battletoads because that's supposed to come out at some point next year.
Yeah.
There's so much they could do. I'm so excited for Xbox and E3 this year. No joke, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see what they do here.
And it's like I'm kind of like, in terms of PlayStation exclusives, like I'm kind of done. You know, and Spider-Man was cool. God of War was really good. Horizon is like, I still think Horizon is like one of the best games this gen. You know. But,
Yeah.
You know, but I have no interest in Death Stranding. I have no interest in The Last of Us 2. I know a lot of people have gotten on me the last couple weeks for that statement, but
Yeah.
like I have no interest in that. Days Gone doesn't interest me.
Some insect
Like it-
juveniles can become drones in
I'm
days.
just not. I'm not
Hours
interested.
of-
Ghost of Tsushima looks cool. I'll give him that.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks all right, but I honestly think that the one that's coming out for multi-platform looks even better by the guys who made Dark Souls and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
Sekiro.
Yeah, I honestly think that game looks like a 10 times better game than Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I don't know, it just
Plus-
to me it looks like a legit samurai game. Whereas Ghost of Tsushima just, I don't know, it just kind of doesn't quite do it for me.
Well, plus, like, I think
shit,
Neo
another
will
nest.
probably do it better.
We gotta get a
Neo 2
frag
will
in
do
there.
it better than both of those games.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's PC and PlayStation only, but I think that game is. I still want to play Neo 1, but you know, nothing PlayStation really has right now is it's just I'm not interested in it. And it's
Yeah.
not to say that they're like gonna be bad games. They're not.
Oh yeah,
they're
no,
just,
they won't. They're gonna be amazing games. They're just, yeah, like you and me both. It's just not something I never really was interested in. You know, most of the stuff that PlayStation has. Like, if they were to announce Until Dawn 2. Like, I probably would think about getting a PlayStation. because like that would be a system seller for me personally, because it's getting to the point now where there is enough games that I would like to play that are on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I'm just not quite yet to the point of where I want to try to save the money up for one. But it, you know, that like Tetris Effect, I do want to play. I would like to play Helldivers and things like that with you guys like sometime.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, like the games,
you know, like
just the games that I'm interested in PlayStation already have. You know, like
yeah,
I'll always play it, even though like I think Tomb Raider's better. I'll always play an Uncharted game. I think they're fun. Spider-Man was cool. God of War. You know, I like the old games better, but I think this game was still really good. Horizon is like that's what I told Matt and Moose. I said, look, I'll buy a PlayStation 5 the day Horizon 2 comes out. Like that. That's my thing. Like that, I'm not gonna get one right away. I don't want to pick up that guy. Yeah, I'm running. It's fast.
yeah, I am too.
Back for more.
I don't want a hammer burst. There's got to be a lancer somewhere.
Oh, crap. What did I just... There's a shotgun over here. I don't know if you needed any ammo for that.
No, I'm good on that. I need a weapon that's not a hammer burst. Whenever there's like an ammo box, maybe I'll just pick it up there. But I think the stuff that PlayStation has, I thought was definitely going to come to Xbox. Like Yakuza, I thought was definitely going to come to Xbox. You know, but it didn't. But I still want to play those games. Neo, Nier Automata came to Xbox eventually. You know, like there's still interesting stuff to play there. I just, I don't know.
There's an ammo pack right here.
Is
Corey.
there?
Yeah.
I'm coming. Hold on. Where are you?
Right over there in that back corner here. I need ammo too, but I have another gun though that's got. I think it's probably the hammer one, the one that's a burst fire one.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I use burst fire guns though a lot in FPS games, so I'm kind of used to using them.
But you know, I'm kind of like, unless I do stuff for some backlog stuff, I'm kind of, my PlayStation 4 is about to be retired. You know, like it's just.
Yeah.
There it is again.
I mean, I still want to go back and beat Spider-Man and do all the DLC, and I want to try to do a lot of the stuff that I missed in God of War, and I still need to finish the Horizon DLC, which I can't believe I haven't finished yet. But
yeah.
I just, you know, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I have
not enough time.
Yeah, that's just it, you know, and that's why I always just roll my eyes when people say that, oh, Xbox has no games. Okay, well, if there's no games to play on Xbox, then why am I so like overwhelmed with trying to find time to play all the games that I have on my Xbox? That was part of my problem, because like at one point Pat had talked about getting me an Xbox or a PS4 for Christmas, and I kind of was just like, I don't know, man, I don't know that I want you to really spend that kind of money on that, because I don't know that, I can't guarantee that it would get the kind of use that it probably should if you're spending that kind of money on it, you know, for me. And it's just like, because I just have so many games already that I want to play on Xbox, and I just don't have the time for that. It's like why get another system if I, you know, like even just getting the Nintendo Switch was kind of like, you know, like the only reason I could justify getting that is it's handheld, so I could bring it with me and play at times when I wouldn't be able to play my Xbox.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's justifiable to do that, you know, to get that. And there was a lot of things, a lot more games for the Switch that were going to come out that I would want versus the PS4, you know.
Yeah.
Like there just was a lot of stuff that would come out for the Switch that I would want that I couldn't get anywhere else. And so yeah, so like I would like to get a PS4 eventually, but it just isn't practical right now for me.
Yeah.
Money wise, and I have so many games that I need to play yet on my Xbox that it's not even funny, especially after this year with having the Game Pass.
Yeah. Like
there are so many damn good games on Game Pass. Like, I can't even keep up with them all. Yeah,
Game Pass is like
a must-have if you have an Xbox.
I was talking to Todd Oxtra in a Facebook comment section at some point, and he was like, "How do they even make money off of this?" You know, because like,
yeah, well,
I mean, to be fair, like a lot of the stuff that's not first party is older, but like,
yeah,
a lot of the indie, like Below and Ashen, like those games were day and date Game Pass. You know, those are big games. In terms of the indie space, you know, and there's a lot of cool backwards compatible games on there, like Saints Row's on there, and
yeah, and I feel what the key to that is people like when you're not sure about, because I'm probably gonna I do want to buy Ashen eventually, like actually outright buy it. Because I guarantee you that's a game that eventually will probably get removed from it. And I'm sure they'll have like a big, like they'll maybe have a sale on it during that time when it does remove. But I do want to support them financially, the people who made Ashen, because that is such a good game. And like, I think that's the key is people that maybe like, you know, like when a game comes out and you're not quite sure about it, if you don't have a lot of money, you're not going to just buy it because and just hope that it's going to be good, because you just don't have that kind of money to just throw around. And so when you get a chance to actually play that game, you know, through a service like that, you're more likely, if you enjoy the game, to buy it. And I think that's what's happening. Is I think a lot of people are using that service to try games out before they buy it.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is too is like with when Xbox adds tons of games like they've been, that also like makes people okay to buy a game even though it's on there, because they're like, well, you know what, there's a ton of games that are going to be added to this that I probably won't buy, that will still make up for how much I'm paying per year to have this service, you know. Like it's just balances out, I think, in the end, because it, you know, it's giving people the chance to try games that they may not have, you know, tried at all had they not had that chance, and probably wouldn't have bought at all had they not had that chance to play it first. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's games on there for sure that I probably wouldn't have bought, but with Game Pass, like State of Decay, for example. We played a lot of State of Decay last year for squad goals and stuff, but that's not really a game I think I would have purchased, but because it was on Game Pass, I played it with you and Ed and had, you know, a decent time with it, and I got what I wanted out of it, and I don't know if I would have ever tried it beforehand and stuff, you know. And it's really interesting to see Microsoft put all their first party stuff on. on Game Pass day and date. And, you know, I mean, it's worth the $10 a month. You know, you got, you know, by the end of 2019, you're gonna have, you know, 6 Halo games on there if you include Halo Wars. Well, 7 if you include Halo Wars 1 and 2. You're gonna have two Gears games. You're gonna have Crackdown. You're gonna have Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, presumably 2 Forza games, and that's just the first party stuff. Quantum Break is on there now. Sunset Overdrive. Like,
Come on, get me up.
pick 'em up.
And you're back!
You know, like there's so many good games on there that people like. Oh my gosh, dude! Sunset Overdrive and Quantum Break are just 2 really awesome games that people should play.
That sounds
Yeah. And like I said, Ashen 2 is like a must play if you have an Xbox. Like I can't you know,
Yeah.
stress that enough. Like that game is so good. Like just, you know, even though it's kind of, you know, very basic game, and it's like I've said, like it's a Dark Souls game for people who like the idea of Dark Souls but don't really care for the Dark Souls games.
If you need ammo, there's some down here.
Is there? Okay.
There's yeah, down here. Other way. Turn around.
Oh, okay.
This way, right there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I got this gun now, but yeah, that gave me some ammo for my the burst fire gun. So, but yeah, like it's definitely a Dark Souls game for people who like the concept of Dark Souls, but don't really care for the you know, like super
I thought we were looking for a
super
mine.
difficult. Like I don't mind super difficult, but for me, like the Dark Souls, just like everything else about it didn't interest me.
Yeah.
Like, so it just didn't work for me. But Ashen is really kind of like scratching that itch of like you know, difficult game, but in some ways it kind of reminds me of like what I enjoyed of like what's it called, like Elder Scrolls Online type stuff, or Elder Scrolls games in general.
Yeah.
Like it kind of reminds me of that, like in some ways. A lot of feels like what I had when I was playing Breath of the Wild, where the art style isn't like super realistic looking or any of that stuff, but it's just an amazing, really beautiful looking world that I want to explore and just have fun walking around and finding my way around. Because like they did this really cool things with their like caves and dungeon crawl type things, where like you can just have caves that are just kind of hidden, and you've got to just kind of try to find them and search for them, and you know, go into them. And some of them are just little tiny caves that just have some loot in them or something like that, and some of them can turn out to be like an actual dungeon style cave that's got like a whole, you know, elaborate thing that you go through with a whole bunch of enemies and stuff like that, with bigger things of loot. And then they've also got like actual dungeons, like where there's this like cool one in the beginning of the game where you and your AI controlled partner have to put your hands in these holes, and then it opens, then like these rock doors slide slide to the side, and then it opens up and you can go in there and do the actual dungeon crawl.
Well, not a great time for this.
And I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun with that game. And it is, you know, like I said, it's challenging at times, but it's not like just, you know, beating you over the head with it. I've died like multiple times in the one cave area, because I honestly think I wasn't powerful enough to quite yet be going through there. But what's cool is they have the whole
Coming your way.
like thing where when you die you drop all your loot that you had gained through up to that point. But you can go back and you can pick it up.
Yeah,
we're on the right
that's
track.
kind of
So-
how Dark Souls
head
is.
through these
Where
barracks.
like,
Yeah.
if you died, the last enemy you had, the enemy who killed you carries all your
Oh shit! Did you see that?
whatever, and you can just go get it if you.
Yeah. Okay.
So sometimes it's in a puddle on the ground, but
Can I get some help?
Yeah, Ashen's a really good game, and I suggest anyone who has an Xbox definitely should give it a try,
yeah.
especially
I mean,
if you have Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Game Pass is like the best thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think at some point EA Access will probably be worth it too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been worth it for me because like, you know, like it's got you know, both Titanfall games on it. It's got, you know, all the Madden and all the football type, you know, sports type games. You can get a lot of those on there. You know, it's got like some of the wrestling games on there. It's got, you know, like mind you, it's not like day and date of the new releases, but you can at least with that you can play demos of the new games that they're releasing. Like I had at some point downloaded the NFL 2000 Madden 2019 or whatever 10-hour playable demo of the game, but I never did really play it.
Spoiler: that game was on my disappointing games list this year.
Yeah, it's good if you're not playing online.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine if you're not playing online, but
crap, I got killed.
I like playing online.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, I've found the EA Access thing to be kind of nice, but then again, I really, even though I have access to all those games, it's a matter of actually playing them. Like I was saying on our Anthem podcast, says like I really should go back and play all the Mass Effect games and stuff because I have them all available through that. I can play every single one of them.
Yeah.
But I just haven't gone to it. And that's all stuff though, that I can use to my advantage for NX or NX challenge.
Yeah, that's the reason why I haven't really started anything. Because like as of this recording, like we're recording on December 30th this episode, so like, you know, it technically doesn't start till the 1st of January, and so I've been holding off on games that I've been wanting to play. But I think my first couple games are going to be smaller, simpler games, you know. Simpler maybe is the wrong word, but like my first game I think I'm going to try to play is Link to the Past, because I've never beaten it, so.
Yeah. Good kind of mention that. Or earlier.
Yeah, it was earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a long day.
Crap. I'm the only one and I can't. Here. Okay, there we go. Crap. I've honestly just been staying back here because it's like this thing just jumped right at you. Oh crap. Ammo left for any of my guns.
Another Panzer!
Oh shoot.
Ooh, I got an achievement. Kill,
Ah crap.
kill a pouncer midair with a chainsaw. Worth 5 points.
grab some of these.
I like playing this game co-op with achievements because I get all the co-op achievements playing with you.
Yeah. I know, like, Ed was, like, all excited the other day because, like, I was at the top of the leaderboards for achievement scores or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this year, I think I finished out the year ahead of him. But that's because I've been playing, you know, like, this year, like, I actually, like, beat a whole bunch of games, and I've been, like, trying to play different stuff and try different stuff that I wouldn't normally play and things like that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my goal this year is to play more of less, even though, like, we have the backlog challenge. But, like, I want to try to fill out the achievement list, or, you know what I mean? Like, I want to try to, it's like Shadow the Tomb Raider. I think I got 925 out of the 1,000 achievements.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good for me, and I can still get more if I just try. But like, one of the achievements is beating it on the hardest difficulty. And I'm like, I'm probably not gonna try to do that, even though that game was ridiculously easy, and I played it on
That's all of them.
whatever the third
How much
difficulty
further to that
level
key?
is.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Hit that museum first.
Okay. Let's hope it has a strict no pouncers policy.
Well, if not, we always a suggestion.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll do
I'm
that
definitely
for Rise.
hoping to finish a lot of games this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And just play like actual story like games. I'm still gonna. It's gonna be a struggle, like trying to step away from playing Black Ops.
Well, I mean, and you know, Anthem and the
And
Division.
yeah, Anthem and all those, yeah, as well. You know, that we actually have to dedicate time to for a show. But
Drill, after it.
yeah, that's where Ed will make out in the deal, because he's not you know, like,
Well, he's
doesn't
already got
have
it.
to.
He's already got an advantage because he's not married or doesn't have kids or anything, or you know, has significant other or anything. You know, like
Yeah.
that's where his free time is going.
Yeah.
Push forward!
Things are
Don't let that thing pin you down!
kill you like instantly.
Hang on, I'll be right there!
Oh shoot.
Throwing frag.
Revive me! Whatever doesn't kill you, right?
You got all the guys down below. I'm gonna go.
You left.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Oh, there it is.
I'm not really too concerned about playing my games that are this year, at least on the Xbox side. You know, I'll play Gears when it comes out for sure.
Let's get upstairs.
I will play Crackdown, but like other than that, like new games,
I'm out.
I'm gonna try to I want to try to get this
Guns
backlog.
alive. Why? I
narrowed
have
down.
no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of this, like, the same. I do wanna, you know, try to get some, you know, I'll try to do some first looks and things like that of some newer games that come out, but, you know, stream some stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I want to try to record everything I play this year, I think, or at least most of it. I want to try.
Yeah.
I mean, the handheld stuff's going to be difficult to do that too. Nice.
Nice.
Your character says nice. Right after you did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, are we like...
Ed messaged us like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did he?
Okay, museum's clear.
Okay.
Look around. There's gotta be a way out.
I wonder, are we just about to finish this?
Yeah,
section?
we gotta defend this tower thing, but then we'll finish this section and call it an episode.
Oh shit!
Okay.
We got more swarms attacking from the front!
Grab anything you can find to hold them
I guess we could just add him to the Skype call.
Yeah. Why not? Oh. Shit.
Add people to this call. Edward Varnell. Just add him.
Drop one.
Oh, shit.
Crap, it's overheating!
Oh, it's back.
There's Edward. Whoa, fans and microphone. Feedback.
Needs to cool.
Ed, welcome to Squad Goals.
Oh, hello everybody.
Welcome to Gears of War Squad Goals. Gears of War 4 to be exact. We're at that like 3-story building where you have to defend the tower.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jenny, on the roof!
Juvies everywhere!
You can't see us because we're using Skype to record the audio.
Oh, that's fine.
Watch it! They got inside!
Jesse! This is going.
Moving down!
I think he ended up leaving.
I don't know.
Let's guess. Oh no!
We're recording. He's probably still talking.
Gotcha.
If you want to come back to the call, can you do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Watch that juvie. They're coming at us
This is a
again.
really good
Hold them
conversation.
off.
Host has paused the game. Just say it, Douglas.
For Anthem or just
Well,
regular
yeah,
conversation?
you missed a really awesome Javelins for Hire episode. Jesse?
Okay, what's-
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it like kicked me out
Yeah.
of the. But at first, I thought it was like that. Ed was just like something had screwed up, and Ed was in for a second because I heard Ed talk, and then all of a sudden it shut off.
Oh, that's weird.
Behind you.
And then yeah, it was like. I don't like that these this gun that kind of is semi-automatic, like a high caliber gun. I don't like it. It still takes way too many shots to kill a character with it.
Oh, the MK.
It seems like it should kill a character with one headshot, like more of like a or at least 2 shot, only 2 shots.
I'm down.
But it still takes like 5 or 6 shots to kill something with it. Yeah, they really need to balance out the guns in the next game, because I feel like the balancing of their guns is really bad in these games.
I feel like the shotguns are always OP. The Lancer is a good all-around weapon and everything else. Well,
Just doesn't work.
yeah, I hope you don't care about these other guns. They don't.
Just what I need.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, in every single game, the hammer versus.
Yeah.
And that's why I was talking about them improving the guns for the next game, like having like some creative guns or something that's more useful.
Yeah. like in the first game, it was like a burst gun, but it was like an automatic burst gun. And then the second gun, it was more like the DMR for
But it looks like it's over.
Finally. But let's find a way out.
Halo. And
I
then
got
the
something
third
for their
game,
suggestion box.
it was a
Worst museum.
non-automatic
ever.
burst, and then they took it out. They totally just took it out of Judgment, and now it's back.
It's like, you know what I keep thinking?
Yeah.
But
Tours used to come.
anyways, we're hitting that hour mark of
That was way
this
before any
episode
of
of
us were
Squad
born.
Goals. I want to thank everybody for joining us. You can tune in next week for more Gears of War 4
Not everyone.
here on Nerds Gone Rogue and Arsenal X. You can download Arsenal X podcast every Wednesday at 7 a.m. And yeah, check out our other game-specific podcasts now. Dark Zone Junkies, which is the Division podcast with some Rainbow Six mixed in, and Javelins for Hire, which is our podcast on Anthem, the new game from BioWare and EA. Hopefully you check those out. Like, subscribe, and share to our YouTube channel. And until the
Guys, another nest.
next episode of Squad Goals, remember to always have squad goals.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I don't know where we